And Adrian, he's doing a good job, too. 19 tackles and 2 sacks already. Crowd is really letting the Oklahoma offense.
Look at Sam Bradford, though, the poise, going down the line to each lineman to get the signal.
Out across the 10, DeMarco Murray out of Las Vegas, tackled by Quentin Richardson. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Well, guys, this is a huge test for this defense today for Washington. They've been decimated by injury. They're starting strong safety Darren Harris out after a scary hit that left him with a concussion last week. His backup is a true freshman that was a running back last week. They have to acclimate quickly.
Holly, there goes Murray again. They are 113th in the country in total defense. And keep in mind, there's only 119 teams.
Well, and a little bit of fairness to them. They've got a lot of young guys, number one. They've got a new system, number two. And number three, the 3 offenses that they have played this year, Oregon, BYU, and Oklahoma now, are very good offensive football teams.
First down, Oklahoma, as they move out of the shadow of their own goalpost to the 19-yard line. Murray. Not much resistance at the first level, Todd. He's not getting touched until he gets to the linebackers.
The thing that I saw when I watched Oklahoma on tape, watch the offensive line, how well they move their feet. I mean, this is an offensive line and tight ends that really move their feet. They're athletic guys. They're big, several 300-pounders, but they move their feet. They're not sloppy. They're not heavy-footed looking guys. They run that zone blocking scheme, and they move their feet extremely well.
Chris Brown comes in as the running back. It's another first down. Blitz coming. Quick throw to the outside. This one's complete to Iglesias, who caught the touchdown pass. And when you have seniors up front, look at all those starts. 121 for these guys. They know what they're doing. They understand the system, and you can count on these guys.
Kevin Wilson told us of all those guys, the junior might be the most talented of all of them. The right tackle, Trent Williams. This is an offense that really has all the parts right now. I mean, they've got that offensive line. They've got skill guys that can move in different spots, and they've got a quarterback who makes good decisions, who doesn't care who he throws to. He doesn't care who gets the glory. I mean, they've got everything you want in a championship-level offense right now.
The one thing they were lacking was until last week when Broyles came back, and that was the deep speed from a wide receiver, and he completed the package. And right now, they're showing you they don't need to throw the ball. They can run it. Against a very young defensive line.
Drive started inside the 2-yard line after the great punt, and they just have kind of bowled their way out to midfield.
Good tackle this time as Cameron Elisara came across from the defensive tackle, the young man out of Spokane, only a sophomore.
And you see with the substitution by Oklahoma on this 3rd down play, Washington able to sub a couple guys, get some fresh legs in to try to put some pressure on Sam Bradford. 3rd and 5.
DeMarco Murray back in at tailback. 3 wide receivers. Five-man rush. They don't get there. Bradford throws incomplete. That time he was looking for Gresham. And I don't think Gresham got his head around in time.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. He got tangled up with the coverage a little bit, didn't get out of his break. Bradford threw expecting Gresham to break outside, and another stop for the Husky defense. They didn't stop him down inside the 10 like they would have liked to, but they got a stop nonetheless.
Nall will kick to Goodwin. And even though they came from the 3 to the 47, pretty good job by the maligned Washington defense.
Yes.
Big rush. They don't get there, but there is a flag down. Now there's another one as they ran into the kicker. We'll check out both penalties. 43-yard kick, a loss of 2 on the return, and Nall a little slow coming off.
I think it was Luke Kravitz, number 32, that rolled in, actually leg whipped the punter.
Illegal formation by the offense. Personal foul, roughing the kicker by the defense. Those penalties offset. Replay 4th down.
It's a big break for the Huskies.
It is.
They could not have afforded to give the ball back to Oklahoma here after they got this stop by their defense. So they got away with one there because of the illegal formation. Not enough men on the line of scrimmage for Oklahoma. And a break for the Huskies.
So they'll do it all over again, and Nall, who was a little slow coming off, has to come back on to punt for the second time.
He got hit pretty hard.
He did.
He got leg whipped by Kravitz.
Got it out of there pretty well this time. Down to the 5 and just into the end zone. A 52-yard kick, but a net of only 32. Here's tonight's Good Hands flashback presented by Allstate. The 85 Orange Bowl in Miami. Tied at 14 in the 4th quarter. Oklahoma kicks a field goal to give the Sooners the lead. But there's a penalty on the play when the Sooner schooner came onto the field prematurely. There were 20 yards in penalties assessed. The re-kick was blocked, and Washington would end up winning the game 28-17.
Yeah. And that was a game, if Oklahoma wins, they probably win the national championship. And as it turned out, an undefeated BYU team won it.
Didn't know Barry Switzer could turn that shade of red. He matched the uniform colors, crimson. David Freeman with a good carry to the outside, and the free safety Lendy Holmes had to come up to make the tackle. Well, after that initial burst when Oklahoma scored so quickly and so easily, Washington has gotten more of a flow in this game.
Well, defensively, they've kind of settled into the game a little bit. Offensively, still looking for a big play. Jake Locker's been pretty quiet so far. He's not really taken off and run the football. Oklahoma has done a pretty nice job of keeping him in their sights so far.
Hurst, Goodwin, and Aguilar are the running backs.
There we go.
Or the wide receivers. There's Locker, lost the ball. Jake Locker with a terrific game, but the ball came loose. And now pushing and shoving after the fact. That's about the 5th time both of these teams really hyped up.
Well, Jake Locker, this is a called quarterback draw, and he is an outstanding runner. And he lowers his shoulder, but look, right there, the ball is ripped out by Brian Jackson, the cornerback. And that's what you teach guys to do. If one guy's got him held up, the second guy comes and tries to rip the football out. And that's exactly what Brian Jackson did.
That was textbook.
Yep.
Ripped it out and then went and got it.
Jake Locker, when he runs, he does not run like a quarterback. He runs like a running back. He protects the ball, he lowers his shoulder, and he fights for extra yardage. And when you get a guy doing like that, that's what you teach your defenders to do. If one guy's got him held up, the other guy come and try to strip the ball out.
So the turnover gives Oklahoma the ball in Washington territory. And the officials step in and won't let them run this play. Are they going to review this?
The ruling on the field is being challenged by Washington.
Willingham throws his challenge flag, and I don't know what they saw that would lead them to believe that a challenge might work, unless they're saying they thought Locker's knee was down. Nope.
Nope. The ball is out before his knee hits the ground. That was a beautiful play by Brian Jackson.
Now that, to me, is a real mistake. That's a waste of your challenge early in the ball game on a play that didn't look that close.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he might have heard from upstairs. Somebody telling him, one of the coaches in the box, hey, he looked like his knee was down, but from the angles that we had, it clearly was not down.
the field is confirmed. Fumble. That is a charge timeout to Washington. 30-second timeout.
So obviously somebody upstairs thought they saw something, but equally as obviously they did not. Let's check in with Reese.
All right, guys, we'll look at what's going on all the family of networks right now. Over on ESPN2, Auburn and Mississippi State are locked in a defensive struggle. Game just underway in the Coliseum. Ohio State and USC. USC kicked off. Ohio State was knocked down at the 10. So bad field position to start the day for the Buckeyes, and it looks as if USC has forced a 3-and-out on the initial possession for Ohio State. That game just getting started. Auburn and Mississippi State about to go to halftime on ESPN2.
Reese, thank you so much. So Oklahoma gets to start at the Washington 47. This time out of the eye, Chris Brown, a huge hole. Brown, 30. To the 22-yard line before he is spun down by Jory Fulgerson, the freshman who was starting at safety. It's a gain of 25.
Well, I think Oklahoma got away with a little one there because Gresham, the tight end, moved a little prematurely. They didn't call it. He got an excellent block, as did the fullback, Brody Eldridge, number 83, and a big play for the Sooners.
On the run, the throw to the end zone, touchdown Gresham. A perfect strike to the tight end in stride. And if there is anything that Gresham is great at, it's scoring touchdowns. He had a tight end school record a year ago with 11.
And that shows you the uniqueness of this Oklahoma offense from a personnel standpoint. The play before, Gresham lines up with his hand on the ground. A tight end gets a big-time block. The next play, they put him on the other side of the formation in a slot like a wide receiver, and he runs a one-on-one route to the end zone and beats a defensive back for the touchdown. I mean, that is versatility at its finest.
He is from Ardmore, Oklahoma, just one of the weapons on an offense that so far this year is averaging 54.5 yards or 54.5 points a game, and the extra point by Stevens is missed. Third touchdown this year for Gresham.
Look at the touchdown again. The play before, he was blocking on the right. They go hurry up, and he goes to the other side of the formation. Now he's in the slot, and he's going to run a corner route, and this is the guy covering him, the safety. And you see he's a little bit late getting in position, and by the time the ball snapped, he's already beat. He's inside of him. It's an outside route, and Sam Bradford, very accurate on the move, puts it right for Gresham.
Kind of targets you quarterbacks love. He is 6'6". He's huge.
Yeah.
And he can run. So the turnover produces a touchdown and really hurts Washington because they had stabilized everything. Moreland to kick to Polk and Johnson. Polk's the guy they want to have the ball in his hands because he's got the speed. He'll take it just inside the 10. Has the seam. To the races and just caught around the back of the jersey. Desmond Jackson saved the touchdown.
You know, if he has a jersey that's tucked in and snug fitting, that's a touchdown.
Yes, sir.
The jersey's a little bit loose on the back, and they're able to just grab it, because if they don't grab it, he is gone. The Oregon 100-meter sprint champion a year ago, great speed, and just gets dragged down from behind by Desmond Jackson.
And this is what hurt Oklahoma a week ago. They gave up kickoff returns of 51, 63, and 97. They said they weren't too concerned about it because the guys were there in position to make tackles. They just didn't make the plays, and they thought they had worked on it well enough all week so it wouldn't happen again, but they just gave up a big one here. And Jordan Polk, good to see he's up on his feet.
Well, that part's not good to see.
No, he needs some help to get off.
Marty Gilliard from Cincinnati is the guy that had the big game last week for the Bearcats.
He's pretty good, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. He had 7 catches for 119 yards receiving as well. So he had a huge game against this Oklahoma defense and the special teams.
All right, let's see if Washington can do anything with this great field position, starting at its own 47-yard line. Locker will give it off to Freeman, and just as he had before, Freeman can't get out of the backfield because there's a team picture of the defense standing in front of him.
And DeMarcus Granger, number 96, did a great job. Got penetration into the backfield, forced the play to bump outside. And again, you look at this Oklahoma defense. Up front, they are really solid. They've got some questions, some young guys, some new guys playing in the secondary, a couple new guys playing at outside linebacker. But up front, they are very stout.
On 4 of his carries, Freeman has not been able to get back even to the line of scrimmage. Hasn't had a chance. Locker throws underneath. That's going to be complete to Freeman, but only for about 4 yards. And the first quarter is going to come to an end here at Husky Stadium. The favored Sooners up by 13. Washington, number 3.